A bouncing ball, but quite a pretty one too, isn't it? But something very strange about it because it's been very, very carefully and cleverly constructed. It's actually split in half. It's not glued together. It's not intended to be glued together. It's meant to be pulled apart like that. Oh my goodness me! Look at that for the shapes too. Beautiful. Aren't they superb? There we are, back to back. These are like sort of inverted commas or something, aren't they? Like a pair of inverted commas. So action going from one there and one there are put together, and it flips together into a ball, which then it's still bouncing perfectly well. Well, not as well. If you did a hard bounce, I think probably it would split apart, which would be quite dramatic actually. But it's beautifully constructed, and that is such an elegant way of bisection. Very, very neat, very clever, very satisfying bisection. Put together, boom. Here's an old friend, another ballpoint pen, but it's got one of these nice mirrors on it, well, both sides actually. But of course, it's got a place for batteries there. So what does it do? It lights up. Well, you push that to light it up, and away we go. Yes, one of the infinity mirrors with a half mirror at the back and not on the front, and a full mirror at the back. And when you squeeze it like that, it performs in flash modes, and it goes through a series of individual things. We've sold this on our website, not in this form, but it's a well-known one. And keep pushing, and you will get all this program, and then finally it turns off. So that's my favourite one: flash, 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 flash. And the fact that it works both sides makes it magical, I think, for kids to play with, because it still is a mirror if they want to look at their face or brush their teeth and see what they're doing. So nice. I better just turn it off again. Boom, 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 and that's off. Nicely done. Here's another electrical toy, battery operated. It's a strange one, this. We actually sold a version of this on our website, a better one than this, I think, the better idea. It's clever, it's a prankster type thing. This one calls itself, I'll put it up to the camera. Dripping tap, yes. The idea is you leave it in the guest bedroom, don't tell them about it, put it on a wardrobe or somewhere where they can't see it. And when they go to bed and turn out the light, turn it to the off position, nothing happens for, and I'll turn out the light by putting it in my hands like that. Nothing happens for about a few seconds. There we are. It's now dark in the bedroom. Person trying to get to sleep, and then suddenly, did I turn it on or did I turn it off? Let's try again. Come on, fella. But it does take a few minutes to start performing. Ah, a dripping tap. So the guest turns on the light, and instantly it shuts up because it's got a photoelectric cell in it to turn it up. So they don't know where the drip is. They don't see this thing sitting on top of a wardrobe, and they don't know what's happened. Go back to bed again, turn off the light, try to get to sleep. Just a few seconds later, and it starts performing again. Oh, it's not performing again. It's iffy, this actually, but it's not ripping. Sometimes it's going to work and sometimes it's not. It should be about 10 seconds before the thing starts dripping, and then the guest's got time. Oh, there we are. Here we go. Very loud sound. But as soon as you turn on the lights, it shuts up. I think the first version was a mosquito, because mosquitoes do just that. Sometimes they shut up when you turn the light out. So that's okay. It's a bit of fun. Here's something which when I first saw it, I couldn't think what it was for. It was a kind of what's it. It's got a very purposeful shaped handle, which is easy to hold. It's got this thing which clearly tightens up and makes things gripped in there, held there. So what's it for? It turned out eventually that it's actually for people who haven't got much strength left in their old hands, like mine, getting that way. If you've got a very stiff key in a lock, such as this one here, put this into here, and I wind it up, which is increasing the tension like a clamp inside, so it's really firmly clamped now. and that has got a lot of strength in it now. I can put that into a keyhole, and I've got a hold of the handle to help me turn the stiff lock. Probably be easy to just oil the lock, but sometimes even with oiling it, it doesn't seem to work. So it's a device for helping people who haven't got such strong muscles in their hands and their wrists anymore, and they have grip, and it helps them to perform simple tasks at home, like turning a stiff key in a rigid door. So clever one, that. But when you take this out and take the key out, it's very hard to understand and work out what on earth that could be for, because it's such a bizarre looking thing. It feels very good in the hand. It's been well worked out. So, useful thing to have.